Hey everyone, we're just going to do a quick look at the Hammond B3 organ. This particular one is a 1963. We are the original owners of it. Has a pedal board below, the light pecan wood finish, two 64-note keyboards, and of course your octaves of presets. This is all original except for the Trek 2 reverb and the refinished tremolo switch. It doesn't have the half moon Leslie controller. The Leslie is not original. It is a newer version of the Leslie speaker, solid state, whereas the organ is all tubes. Running alongside at the top, you have your controls for vibratos and your normal and soft volume control. The vibrato and chorus, you have C1 through C3, and you have V1 through V3. Your B flat presets on the upper manual, and your B drawbars, pedal drawbars here, and these sets of drawbars over here are the B flat and B for the lower manual. Hammond organs actually did not have their run motors could not start by themselves, so you had to have an additional start motor. Starting them is easy though, just pressing up on the start lever. You can hear the motors whir up when you hear it start to buzz. And you flip the run switch on, and after a few seconds you release the start motor. And you let the tubes warm up, and then you're good to go. The Leslie speaker itself is actually kind of a cool little device. It sends a Doppler style effect of the sound. You have your rotator horn here. We actually do not have a brake, so this one will not stop. So right now it's in corral. If you were to hit the tremolo, it spins really fast. There's a speaker underneath that is stationary, and that's how the sound is amplified through. So if you actually hit a note, hit the tremolo, and I don't have the cover off, but the bass rotor does the same thing. Alright, so let's go over the presets. So you have your cancel switch here. The reverse color octaves is for your presets. Everything from D flat all the way to the A key. They are preset into the controllers in the back. They're predefined as drawbar settings, but your B flat and your B control your respective sets of drawbars. Okay, so I'm just going to hit a note as I hit each individual preset key so you can hear it. Okay, so that is those keys there, and of course if you have it canceled then nothing happens. So Alright, so we're going to hit the, I want to kind of show what the drawbars are. Okay, so starting off, we have the grouping of 2 brown drawbars. The 2 brown drawbars, they produce the sub-octave effects. Your first drawbar is a sub-octave of your fundamental, which is your first white drawbar. And then the second brown drawbar is the sub-octave of the third harmonic. These are used to add depth and richness to any combinations. They also increase the range of the keyboard by 1 octave. Since a solo registration for an 8-foot or normal pitch can be set up using the first ground bar and played 1 octave higher. So as stated, it's very low. And then if you go to your so by adding or you can actually build it to have a stronger third harmonic than your sub. Give it more of a fluty or woodwind sound. And then we go into the white drawbars. There are 4 white drawbars on the Hammond organ. The first white drawbar represents the octave. It's a fundamental tone, so it is the when you play the organ first with the fundamental drawbar alone, you can add the other white drawbars in sequence. So we'll add this one, and it will give your an octave higher up. So this will actually be, so we have your fundamental of a C. And so if you add, and here's the octave of that C. So if we add this second drawbar, you can see it's the octave higher. Of course, you have your third drawbar, which would be and then your last one. It's very high, so it's very hard to hear. The tonal brilliance is greatly increased by adding white drawbars, but the harmonics are always in consonance or harmony. Then we move on to the 3 black drawbars. The black drawbars on the Hammond organ represents the dissonant or discordant harmonics. They are always necessary in building rich tone colors. Although it must not be assumed that dissonant harmonics are unmusical, you will find them present in varying degrees in many organ and orchestral voices. For example, the mellowness of a horn, the pungency of strings, and the brilliance of the reeds all owe much of their character to the presence of these harmonics in different degrees. In general, however, the black drawbars should not be emphasized strongly above the white drawbars. If a black drawbar is to be emphasized, it is a good rule to use the adjacent white drawbars to strings within 2 steps of a black drawbar. So, say we're wanting to use on 4s, we'll bring the adjacent ones out to about 6 or 8. So let's say we use a drawbar combination of 0, 0. We'll do 1, 2, 8, 2, 8, 8, 2. This is going to sound completely off key. There will be so much dissonant harmonics that this is going to sound completely out of key. But if we add, or we take away the black and add in the whites, sounds a lot better. And so you can build on that. So you can take that, for instance. Then your bass just runs your pedals, so your browns are the same as your sub and your fundamental. So subs are really low. Bring out your fundamental. Or you can mix it. Alright, so let's look at the lower manuals presets. They're about the same, not much different. I'm just going to hit a C chord. Kind of fluty there. And the same rule applies for your B flat and B presets. Now every once in a while by mistake you can accidentally hit 2 presets if you're really flying, and you can hear a little bit of feedback in the speaker. But it doesn't really affect too much. It takes the grader. If you were to the other thing is you can add reverb, take it out, and of course you have your vibratos. So we're going to do the swell, or actually the grate. So I'm going to set it to C1, the very lowest here. You'll hear so that's C1. Then we go to V1. Then you can hit up to C2 up here. V2. V3 is all the way up. And then your C3. Just turn them on and off by those tablets there. And then on the other side, you have your percussion controller. So you have percussion on and off, soft and normal. You can do a fast decay or a slow decay, and you can do a third or a second harmonic selector. The percussion only works on the upper manual. No, it's in the B preset. It only works. So right now we have a percussion on, have it set to soft. We have a fast decay on a third, so all up. And you have to play it in a staccato fashion because it'll cancel out. So if you hit normal, it's just a little bit louder, and then a slow decay, as opposed to your fast, a little bit harder hit, and a second harmonic, a little bit lower. Alright, so that is basically an overview of the Hammond B3 organ. And turn it off just means hitting your run switch to the off position.